Since the heater decided to go out in the shop today, yeah, we're baking ourselves with lights. But check out this badass little toy. So I guess it's called a sand rocket. It's a early 2000s dune buggy chassis. This has a LS2 out of a Trailblazer SS and a foil 65. It's got a Jaguar rear end in it, and this customer is going to street drive it. Once we get her all dialed in, he's going to go get it license plated, insured. It has a Trailblazer SS ECU, which requires certain pedal and throttle body setup. So we're able to get all that stuff fixed for him. The Chinese aftermarket coil extensions that he bought were wired backwards, which seems to be the case with most of the coil extensions that you get from eBay, Amazon, those different places. So we're able to get that sorted out. We also had to rewire the pedal for the Trailblazer SS pedal. We actually had to rewire the plug. But other than that, this painless PSI harness is actually a pretty good harness here. But yeah, it's got a mild cam in it and 3000 stall converter, and yeah, this thing is going to fly. Jeff, so what exactly is this?
You know, we should have Ray come and tell you, but it's a Howe is the guy that made the heads and cams and the crankshaft girdle for it in the 30s. They didn't make a lot of them, and this one's flipped around. The exhaust used to be on that side. When Ray redid the motor, had it all done. Took the exhaust to this side because it made more sense. The exhaust valve right there, and you know, he's made much time and effort to get it. It's a Model B block is what it started with, and now has 5 main bearings instead of the 3 originals and double overhead cam. And
so this was a production block.
It's a production block, yes. Yeah, so that's the class we're in. The V4 is a vintage inline 4, and you got to run a stock block in order to compete in that class.
And what fuel is she on?
We're running gasoline. VP 110 is
VP 110. What we're doing today?
What we're doing today. We used to run 112 in it, but you know, it's hard to get their 112 right now. So we're doing 110. It's over 12 to 1, but it is what the sheet says on it. But I've worked on a lot of 12 to 1 stuff that don't pop like this thing does. So I think it's a little higher side of that. Yeah.
Did you design the camshafts, or did you find the camshafts and then?
We've changed over the years what the deal is, but Elgin made the cams, and you know, they could tell you what year and everything that was, but we've had the cams for 30 years, 20 years, something like that, as long as he's had the motor. And it's a shim and bucket setup where it operates right on the bottom of the camshaft. We've even had to trim the sides of the tower because the cam has so much lift that the lobe was rubbing the edges of the tower. It used to bend. We had trouble every time we ran it. We would bend the camshaft, send them off and get them straightened and back. But we added 2 more bearings, and there's 5 bearings on each camshaft. It's actual. We make the shims to go underneath the buckets. It's all, like I said, in the late 30s, most of this, with the exception of the ignition, you could have bought or traded for or whatever. All this stuff existed. You know, there's some changes made to it with modern parts and bearings and things inside of it. The technology was there. Somebody could have, or they had these. The midgets is what they ran this in. The midgets were big in the 30s and 40s, and that's where the stuff came from.
The electromotive. Awesome.